Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Pursuit of Yappiness podcast.
Hello.
I am your host, Daytona.
And I'm your other host, Michaela.
Hey.
This is the podcast where we yap.
And you listen.
Switching it up on you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So to start off, I have an update about 911 for all of you who are waiting.
Okay.
So I had finished 911, like the original.
Yeah.
I caught up to where they're at now.
Right.
And so I decided I'm going to try 911 Lone Star.
Okay.
Daytona, I made it like 30 minutes in.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, nope.
Was it so bad?
It felt like it had none of the chemistry, none of the like character lovableness. It felt like I was watching a middle school play.
Oh, no.
Like, it was rough.
Oh, no.
I don't know why.
Was it like too cowboy? Because wait,
No.
was this Lone Star that you...
Lone Star is Texas, yeah. It wasn't too cowboy. It literally started off with the main character. Well, I think he's the main character. I didn't make it very far. In like a grief counseling group.
Okay.
So like they're trying to make them feel like real people, whatever.
Yeah.
But then they like after he had this like really heavy conversation about how all of his siblings are dead, then they flash to like in the firehouse, the rest of the people having this like hose rolling competition.
Okay.
Which fine, you have to kill time somehow when you're on call 24/7. But like they were all being like, haha, man, bro, like punching each other on the shoulders and like making jokes. And I was like, this feels so fake.
It just was very inauthentic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't invested.
Oh,
I didn't care about the characters.
Maybe it's something that takes time, like a slow burn.
It's possible. And I was trying to think back to when I first started 911, but I feel like I was immediately hooked.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, I was just like,
not.
I'm bored.
Yeah, I remember. So I've watched. My grandparents really like 911, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I've watched Lone Star with them before, and I remember the episode that I watched, or there were a couple. But one of them, the two that stick out to me, one of which there was like a hurricane, which does Texas,
as you do.
Does Texas get hurricanes?
I mean, they're on the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah,
so I don't
true,
see why
true.
they couldn't.
So there's a hurricane, a car gets lifted off the ground and gets wedged in between like two apartment buildings, like 20 feet up in the air.
That
and
sounds
I was
about
like,
right.
That's terrifying. And then in the aftermath, there was also like a thing where like a man was looking for his child like under the rubble of his home, and I was like, that's so scary and horrible. Or maybe it was a tornado, not a hurricane. I don't. It was a tornado.
I remember seeing a tornado in like the series preview clips, whatever.
Yes. And then there was another one where a guy gets stuck in a grain silo.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy episode.
Yeah.
And they're all like trying to get him
down and
without like disturbing it, because otherwise he's
like
gonna
quicksand.
die. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was stressful. I think these shows are too stressful for me to watch because I am such like a worst case scenario type of person. Like I already catastrophize real life situations so much. I'm like, well, what if a fire strikes and then we all die? Like, and so I don't need to watch a show where that actually happens.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm chronically the opposite. Where
I know.
I'm like, what's the worst never gonna happen? What?
Where I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, this is a new hyperfixation fear for me to focus on.
Which, to be fair, like 911 had both. Like they had scenarios where it's like everybody thinks this won't happen to them, and then it happens to them.
Yes.
But it also had stuff where it was like, okay, this is really pushing the limits here.
Right. Yeah, that's stressful.
But yeah, and also 911 Nashville just premiered.
Okay,
I think it either just started or it started a new season because I had never seen it advertised before now.
Okay, yeah.
And no, I'm pretty sure it just started. So I was like, well, I'll do Lone Star first because that one ran for 4 years and has like 5 seasons or something. But it didn't grab me. And Nashville, all of the like ads, they kind of gave me reality TV vibes, like The Bachelor. Like it had all these scenes where like firemen were like running through the rain with their shirts off, and I was like, okay, rippling abs is not really what I come to the show for. It does have the actress who played Arizona Robbins in Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Which I know she's controversial, but I liked her.
I did too. I know she's very controversial, but I like her. So
I don't know what her like. I think she's the wife of one of the firefighters or something.
Okay, yeah.
Which it would have been way cooler if she was on the team.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's fine.
I guess in Nashville, women aren't allowed to.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that was my update. I literally was sitting there cringing the same way that like when you have to go to your little brother's play and you're like
oh boy. So when does episode 1 of the new season of original 911 come out?
It came out on the 9th or maybe it's the 19th.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. It's like soon.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's the one where they are apparently going to go to space.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting.
Amazing.
We'll see.
Amazing. I'm excited. I'm interested to see what happens so where we left off, you said it kind of feels like they've opened the door for Buck to come back, or he did come back?
Eddie came back.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Eddie. Yeah, so Eddie is back.
Yes.
So there's hope.
No, but they have like said now at this point, ever since Buck had his sexual awakening, they've mentioned now multiple times explicitly that Eddie is definitely straight.
Okay, but here's the thing. There are people that go for years in denial of these things.
I know, but I mean, if it was a real person, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure. But because it's a script, I'm like, they probably know that everybody is just waiting for this to happen. And so then they're like, well, we have to like, calm the people down before they riot.
Yeah, but I'm sure that people are like, they're still,
I know, especially
they still have their whole like wall of like the conspiracy wall connecting the dots. Like, no, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, especially when Buck tries to reunite with his boyfriend after they break up. And this is when Eddie is in Texas. And the boyfriend is like, all right, I guess we can give it another shot now that the competition is out of the way.
Well, right, exactly.
And Buck is like, what do you mean?
And
he's like, really, Buck, do I have to explain this to you? Like, hinting like, obviously you were in love with this guy.
Yeah.
And Buck gets all upset. And he's like, why does everybody think I'm in love with my best friend? It's like,
because you are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm glad he's back because I felt like it was very strange and forced when he left.
Yeah.
And also, I hate it when TV shows do the thing where they like yank a character out of what is clearly their home. Right. And they justify it by being like, oh, he's doing it for his child. Like, that's what they did with Ted Lasso at the end.
Yes.
I was really disappointed by that.
I know, that was sad. I understood why. And the crazy thing about, so Ted Lasso, there's going to be another season.
I know. I don't know what it's going to be about.
How? Like, why?
I know.
Well, and I would have thought it would be cool to have like a spin-off series called something else, still about the team and about the the characters, but just no Ted, and maybe Ted could make like, an appearance every once in a while. But I'm like, okay, so what are they gonna do? Like, coach an American team? Are they all moving to America? Like, how are they going to logically make this work?
Right.
Or is it gonna be like set 5 years in the future and his son is like a little bit grown up now and it's like, no, Dad, you have to do what you love, or I don't know, man.
Like 5 years in the future, the players he worked with will probably be retired.
Exactly.
Anyway.
I know.
Like, especially Roy. Don't they joke the whole time that he's like super old?
Well, Roy is he's the coach now.
Oh, right.
Him, and I think Beard stayed, and then Nate major spoilers for Ted Lasso. If you're only on the first season, I'm so sorry. But like at the end, Roy, Nate, and Beard are like they're
the coaching team.
And I think Roy is like the owner or not the owner, but whatever Ted was, because I guess Rebecca's
the head coach, I guess.
Yeah, the head coach.
And Keely was like working as their marketing person.
Yes,
or something.
and she had talked about doing like a women's team. So people I think are thinking that that's what it's going to be about, but again,
you can't have another season of a show called Ted Lasso
without
if Ted Lasso's not in it.
Well, but that's a thing too, like people are saying like he has his mustache back and they've seen him on set and all these things. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah. He just officiated the guy who plays Beard's wedding.
Oh, that's funny.
I saw posts about it, and yeah, the guy who plays Beard got married. I can't remember his name, but Jason Sudeikis, the guy who plays Ted, officiated the wedding, and he had his mustache.
That's so cute that they're friends in real life.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I guess they have been friends for a long time. And like I think this show was kind of like their passion project that they did together.
That always gives me the warm fuzzies when people who are friends in real life get to work on projects together.
Yes.
Like when all the Freaky Friday people came back.
Oh, yes. Yes. That was incredible. Yeah, I think it's so fun when I love like reunions. Reunions get me. And yeah, people who are like besties getting to work on
the
something.
Cast of Doctor Who really gets to me.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, there's so many people who
yes.
have been on Doctor Who.
Yes.
It's like half of Britain at this point.
Right.
But like when David Tennant and Billie Piper join up and do like charity work and whatever, it just I'm always like, oh, the besties.
Yes, I love it.
And David Tennant and is it Olivia Colman, the British who was in Broadchurch?
Oh, I
think her name's Olivia Colman. They're in a bunch of stuff together, and like I'm just always like, oh, cute.
Yeah. I love it. I love seeing that stuff.
I've also been watching High Potential on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. It's a nostalgic for me because I grew up watching like Monk and Psych and those kind of like consultant helps the police like type of things.
We love a consultant helps the police.
It's similar to that. But season 2 started recently, so I was watching that last night. When I gave up on Lone Star, I was like, oh, okay,
like,
back to old reliable. And I was working on like doing art and stuff, so it was
nice,
chill, just to sit.
What art are we doing these days?
My art that I worked on last night is my new like thing, turning old T-shirts that you don't wear anymore because they're too small into wall art.
Okay.
So you can do it with a canvas where you like stretch it around the canvas and staple it to the back.
Yeah.
I didn't have a canvas. I just used a random piece of wood that I found under my couch.
Okay.
It was really thin, so I just like I have no idea where it came from. I just moved the couch recently, and I was
How
like,
did you attach it?
You staple it to the back.
Oh, okay.
You just literally, I just cut the front of the T-shirt off, so it's like a square of cloth with extra around the edges, and then you wrap it around the back, like around the edge, and I just used my normal office stapler and stapled it to the back.
Is that what was in the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, nice. What did it say again?
Can't touch this.
Nice. And
I have a cactus-themed bathroom. But that shirt was like, I really liked that shirt, but it was in storage because it was too small for me. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn it into wall art. So I have a couple of T-shirts like that where I've been like saving them to do something with them. And I think I'm going to add some of them to my art wall in the living room when I revamp it.
You know what you could do is you could take like cut out like the middle and stretch it on like an embroidery hoop and embroider it.
Yes, I did think that too.
I
did think that too. I have one that the mom of one of my high school friends gave me for my birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't from my friend. It was specifically from his mom.
Okay.
And it's like in the art style of Peanuts characters.
Okay, yeah.
But it's the 11th Doctor and Amy and Rory.
Cute.
And I thought about doing that and like embroidering like the bow tie and
Cute.
like one thing on each character and then
Little
like the
things.
background or something.
That's cute.
But it's like a decal, so I don't know if I'd be able to embroider through that or not.
Yeah. You might have to just do stuff around, like...
Yeah, I could put like flowers around the border or something like that.
Yeah, because I think that would be cute. I like the idea of an embroidery hoop as like a frame.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas for stuff like that, but I have to be careful because I don't want to use up all of my embroidery.
Well,
hoops.
yes, of course.
I'm going to have to thrift some more.
Yeah,
before I can-
definitely. Yeah, I feel like I always see them at the thrift store,
Mhm.
like on that big wall.
The bag wall.
The bag wall
Yeah.
of like random crap just in plastic bags.
Yes.
Yes, I've definitely seen embroidery hoops. I've also seen like yarn and stuff like that.
Yeah, they usually
so.
have like patterns and
Yes.
sewing paraphernalia,
Yes,
stuff like
yes.
that. So yeah, I would have to get a couple more. But yeah, just a piece of wood and a shirt, and you just staple it, and
Well, there you go.
voila, brand new wall art.
There you go. Happy crafternoon.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It didn't take very long, and it was
Yeah.
satisfying. And I was like, you know what? Here we go.
There you go.
And then my husband was like, "Are you gonna waterproof it somehow if you're putting it in the bathroom?" And I was like, "No."
it's cotton.
Right. I was like,
shirt.
"It's a t-shirt and a piece of wood. Like,
it's not gonna get ruined.
it can get
In fact,
wet."
That's like the thing that would hold up the best
Right.
in that environment. I'm like, it's cloth.
I
Like,
know. I was like, "It's fine if it gets wet," and he was like, what if it grows mold?" And I was like, "It'll dry.
It'll
It's not
dry.
gonna just be consistently damp."
Right. I mean, it's like your towels don't grow. Granted, you
Right.
take the towels out and wash them, but
Right.
still, like, they still have a shelf life, like
Right,
in
exactly.
the bathroom.
But I was like, if it does happen and I find that it's moldy,
Then
I'll
you
just
can
throw it away. Like,
because it
I
was just
spent
things that you
no
like
dollars on this.
threw to exactly. I'm
Exactly.
like, it's stuff that you were probably gonna throw away anyways. Like
Exactly.
and so
I would have thrown it away or donated it or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, 'cause it's just, I mean, mostly it was just like a night of crafting.
There you go.
Is what
It
I
was
got out of
it was just
And
a
then
joy
there's also
to
like
participate
a bonus
in.
that I have something to put in my bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. But that actually reminded me what you just said, like a joy to participate in. There's a quote that's credited to a TV show called Mozart in the Jungle, which I've never watched.
Never heard of that.
But there's a quote that says, "You say amateur as if it was a dirty word. Amateur comes from the Latin word amare, which means to love, to do things for the love of it." Which
I
I
love
really
that.
like when it comes to arts and crafts, because like sometimes it's really, especially in like hustle culture, it's really
Yes.
tempting to think that like it's not worth doing anything,
If you're not like incredible at it,
or
yeah.
if you're not profiting off of it.
Yes.
My husband says that a lot. He's always like, "I just don't know if this is going anywhere or whatever." And I'm always reminding him, like, if you're enjoying it, that's as far as it needs to go.
Yes.
Like, you're just doing it because you like it and because
Totally.
it enriches your life.
Totally. Like, I mean, if this podcast never goes anywhere and it's just us and our
I know.
like 3 friends that listen to
I
it,
know.
then cool.
If the 5 people that we convinced to listen to it give up partway through, then it just
Then it's
becomes
just
for us only.
It's like, well, it's a fun time to hang out.
Right, exactly. It's
and
an
we have it
excuse to get
forever.
together. Right. Yeah.
Like,
Recorded for the posterity.
yes, it's a scrapbook of our friendship
Someday-
of our early adulthood.
Yes. And someday your daughters can be inspired to be just kooky little wackos like we were.
Exactly. Exactly. And they can listen to it, and it's like a time capsule, if
Right.
you will.
Exactly.
So
Because we talk about stuff that happens in our life. You
yeah,
know?
exactly. Oh, I had another idea of what you could do for the thing in the bathroom. You could also thrift a frame, because that would help like waterproof.
Yeah,
Because then
I
if there was
thought
like
about
glass
that.
on top of it.
But then I thought that might make it worse because, like,
Okay.
if the humidity gets inside the frame and then it can't
True.
dry because it's
yeah,
like
I guess
enclosed.
I have like framed things in the bathroom, but it's also not cloth.
No,
so
right, it's
yeah, that
paper.
makes sense. That
yeah,
makes sense.
and like the thing that's inside, like it's a piece of wood, so it would be
Right,
thick,
that's
and then
true
there
too.
would be like a gap for stuff to get in. And
yeah,
then,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave it. And
yeah.
then
It's probably fine.
deal with
and
the
and
the
if
consequences.
it does in fact grow I don't think it's going to.
I don't either.
But
he catastrophizes as well. He's
Yeah,
always like, what's
he
the
does.
worst case scenario?
he really does. I think we share that personality trait. But yeah.
But it was kind of like talking about how like nothing that you do is ever wasted. Like if you're enjoying it, it's not a waste.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and there's a quote by someone named Aaron Bow. I don't actually know who that is, but I really like this because it says, no writing is wasted. Did you know that sourdough from San Francisco is leavened partly by a bacteria called Lactobacillus sanfranciscensis? It is native to the soil there and does not do well elsewhere. But any kitchen can become an ecosystem. If you bake a lot, your kitchen will become a happy home to wild yeasts and all your bread will taste better. Even a failed loaf is not wasted. Likewise, cheesemakers wash the dairy floor with whey. Tomato gardeners compost with rotten tomatoes. No writing is wasted. The words you can't put in your book can wash the floor, live in the soil, lurk around in the air. They will make the next words better.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
obviously
that.
about writing, but it
Yeah,
applies to art
But
too.
that applies to so many things, like whether art, writing a song, or just perfecting some, or like getting better at
right,
something. Improving. It's like,
Aaron Bow is an author, by the way.
Okay.
I just
Got it.
Googled her.
Yeah, it's like it's not a waste. It's not at all.
Yeah. Exactly. Even if all you get out of it is just like 30 minutes of enjoyment.
Right. Yes, and that's the thing too. Enjoyment is enough. Like even if you didn't quote unquote get better, like enjoying it was enough. A 30 minutes of whimsy and fun and joy was enough
to do things for the love of it.
Yeah, because there's just too much like bad in the world.
Exactly.
And so I'm just like, if we can create just a little slice of good and goodness in a moment, like amazing, perfect.
Which is
That's
also why I love the quote from Welcome to Night Vale. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Good has enough enemies of its own.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like I need that tattooed on my head.
Yeah. To show all of your catastrophizing loved
perfectionist friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, going back to unrequited love between two men.
Oh yeah.
So when I was a young teen, and I'm talking young, like 13, perhaps
that's
even
the youngest
12.
you can be and still be
Correct,
a teen.
exactly. I was a big fan of these two British men.
Oh, they're British? I don't think I knew
they're
that.
British. Yeah, they're British. You would like them. I actually think that you would really like them a lot. But anyway, so Daniel Howell, and Philip Lester. Nobody calls him Philip. I don't know why I said that. Phil Lester. They are the YouTube duo Dan and Phil, and they are like OG YouTube. Like they got started on YouTube in like 2009.
I was
when
gonna
like
say
nobody
2007.
Yeah, like when nobody was on YouTube, they were on YouTube. And so, they've been doing it for years. They met, they became besties, and they've been making videos together ever since. And like they moved in together, like they were roommates, and like Dan was going to college still, and they were just kind of living that young, like, adulthood, 18, 19, whatever, life. And they make gaming videos and baking and just, like, silliness, yapping, whatever. Yeah. And so I was watching them for a really long time. And then in 2018, they went on a hiatus. Like their combined channel went on hiatus. Phil was still making videos. Dan kind of stepped out of the public eye in general. He would occasionally pop into one of Phil's videos, but he wasn't making any content. And then he also wrote a book about mental health, Dan did, which was very cool. I have it. It's called You Will Get Through This Night. It's kind of like a field guide for when you're in crisis, basically. Like, here are some like coping mechanisms. Like, it's a really good book.
Did he step out because he was having a mental health crisis?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they both came out as gay, but not for each other.
Okay. Like at the same time?
Around the same time.
They made a joint video that
no,
was like,
not a
surprise,
joint
we're
video.
both gay.
Not a joint video. Not a joint video. 2 separate videos.
Okay.
They were very different. Phil's was like a 6-minute long video. Dan's was like a 55-minute, like,
wow.
you know, super well done, like fancy, you know,
High
like,
production
high
value.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of just him talking about his whole journey and his, you know, childhood and repressing things and all that. So then in 2020, I want to say 2023,
Okay.
they resurrect their channel from the dead, the gaming
this
channel.
Is 5 years later.
Yes. They come back and they're like, we're back. We're doing this. And so they start making videos again. Their channel was called Dan and Phil Games. That was like their combined, because it was mostly just like gaming, but they made other stuff too. So they came back from the dead. They did a tour, a stage tour called the Terrible Influence Tour. And it was just like, you know, stand-up type things, but also kind of like not Broadway, but like a show, you know. It was just very
some
fun.
of it scripted, some of it improv.
Exactly.
Type of thing. Yeah.
And it was very fun. We went. That was in 2024. Had a blast. It was very good. And they're just fun people. Like, again, I'm just here for the vibes, and they have a good vibe.
Yeah.
So yesterday, October 13th,
2025.
2025, I had opened Instagram. I was in the kitchen, opened Instagram, and saw a video, and that they had like posted as like joint creator, because you can do that in Instagram. You can be like joint creators on a post. And it said, so that's a thing too. So their fandom is, they've branded themselves the Fandom, PHANDOM, because it's their names combined.
Oh,
Phil
okay.
and Dan.
Yeah.
Fan. That was also their ship name, because for many, many, many years at this point, since they started making videos, the fans have gone crazy with shipping these two men together. They're obsessed. They are conspiracy theorists. Let me tell you. It's kind of crazy. There are so many videos, so many accounts dedicated to like figuring out their relationship, which is very creepy and speaks to one of the many problems in our society.
Yeah.
It's like, just let people be, like, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Like,
let them exist.
if they're not telling you there's a reason for it, and like just chill out. Like, why do you care so much? Like,
yeah.
they clearly are like, you know, friends, and they love each other because they own a home together. Like, that they custom built, like The Sims. So anyway, yesterday there's a video, and it says, "Is Phan real?" ? Is the caption.
Yeah.
And they basically are like, are Dan and Phil in a relationship? And then Phil says, yes. And then it was like, you know, and then the caption was like, watch more on our YouTube channel. And I was like, Jake, you'll never believe. And so after the girls went to bed, we watched like the 45-minute long video of them, and they addressed so many things. They were like, yes, we've been together the whole time. And I was like,
so since
wow.
2009?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes. Like, since they met, pretty much.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm glad that they finally feel the ability to just like be normal and be like, cause that was the thing that they talked about. They were like, every person we meet, we have to decide, are we going to get close enough to this person to tell them the truth, or are we just going to awkwardly like beat around the bush about it the whole time? Because, and they also felt bad. They're like, we have so many people in our life who are like keeping this secret for us, like, and that's not fair to them either. And so they were like, we're so exhausted from living in secrecy.
I can imagine being famous on the internet in 2009 is a very different culture than now.
Well, and especially as two gay men. Like,
well,
you know.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yes.
Like, that would be received very differently in 2009 than it would now.
Yes, correct. So, yeah. But I was a big fan. And I was super in love with Dan. And clearly never would have happened. For many reasons, obviously.
Number one being he doesn't know you exist.
Yes. But yeah, so hey, you know, maybe it'll happen for fucking Eddie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was big news. It was funny though, because a girl that who I can't remember if we were in high school at the same time. I think she was in 8th grade when I was in high school, but I remember the for the band, like 8th graders would come and like do like a trial thing or whatever at the high school.
It's like.
Yeah. And so I knew her and she sent me a message on Instagram and was like, just making sure you saw the news. I'm spreading the news like Paul Revere. And that just cracked me up.
It's interesting to think about if they had gone public with their relationship in 2009. You probably never would have watched their videos.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. I don't know. It's interesting because so I remember being that age and watching their videos and like knowing the culture around it and knowing that people were like shipping the two of them together.
Yeah.
And I just was like, no. Like and that's the thing too. Both of them were very adamant about like how straight they were and talked about like, you know, girlfriends that they had in the past.
What about after they came out as gay but said they weren't together? Like at that point, did you like have any, I don't know how like deep in the fundamentalism you were at that point.
I don't think I cared at that point. I mean, 'cause yeah, it was like 2018, 2019. I was at a point where it was just like, you know, it wasn't something that I like really placed a big deal on.
Were you in college by then?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was in college in 2017. So, yeah, I did not care by any means. I certainly wasn't at a place where I am now where I'm just like affirming, but at that point in time, I definitely would have. I think if you really truly asked me what I believed at that time, I would have just said I don't know. Like, you know. And so whereas now I'm like I take a firmer stance on it. Obviously. Yeah. So yeah, I think that they probably were just scared of, you know, the backlash. And also when you're on the internet or just in the public eye at all, like you're already being so scrutinized. And so I think if they were honest about their relationship, doing everything together and making so much content together, then every little thing would just be like a, oh, are they fighting? Oh, are they doing well? Or blah, 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 blah. And so it was like they wanted people to just enjoy their content for what it was and like not care about them personally. Exactly. Yeah. It's like it's not about us. And Dan even said, he was like, our relationship, it's not yours.
Right.
And I was very glad that he said that, because I think there were some people out there who needed to be told that.
Right.
Like, unfortunately. Granted, I think the fandom has gotten a lot better over time.
Well, they've grown up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not all 13 anymore. Like,
right.
you know, a lot, like, I remember when we were in line at their like live show, the girl behind me was talking to her friend about how she's like pregnant, and I was like, so am I. And so she was like, I never thought that the first time I got to see them I would be pregnant with my own child. And I was like, me either. Because yeah, I mean, I wasn't allowed to see them, not because my parents thought they were gay, because they weren't even out at the time when I was like, when they went on their first tour or their second. But I just wasn't allowed to go to things.
Right, yeah.
So that weren't like explicitly like Christian.
Right, yeah.
But
yeah,
yep.
I wonder that a lot about celebrities. Like, Dan feels kind of different because they are doing their content as themselves.
Yes.
But I wonder with people who are really big fans of like movie stars and stuff, I'm just like, it doesn't really make sense to me, because it's like, I couldn't care less about you as a person. I just like the stories that you're telling.
Right. Yeah. I think when you're like an internet personality, like when you are the thing that people are watching
you
for,
are
it's
the content.
very different.
Yeah. But even just stuff like Critical Role, where it's like, there are so many Critical Role fans who like care about the people who are like the cast of Critical Role.
Right.
They care about like their personal lives and their history and backstory and whatever. And I'm just like, I just want to know the story that you have to tell.
Right.
I don't really care about like your home life.
Right.
No offense, but like, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, I think it definitely depends. There are certain things that I watch for the content alone, and I don't really like have a second thought about the actual person. But I think for me, it's probably the nostalgia of it all as well, because like, I was a kid, especially, you know, 13, that was definitely a time where I was really struggling with my mental health. And, you know, Dan especially was very like vocal about like depression and anxiety and stuff like that at the time.
That makes sense if you needed someone that you could like, not talk to, but you know what I mean, like connect with, over
be
that.
talked at.
Right,
And so that was the thing too, like just feeling like I wasn't so alone. I mean, it feels stupid to be like, they saved my life, because I wouldn't go that far, but I think there were certain days that they did.
Yeah.
Like, because the power of just like laughter and like, you know, feeling less alone is everything. And that's, I think, one of the, obviously we talked about this in the first episode, but this is one of the biggest goals of this podcast. Is like, if you can just be going about your day listening to this and you laugh alongside of us, like, that's a win. Like, that's absolutely a win. And so even if it just helps one person in the same way that I have felt, you know, joy or laughter or whatever in the moment listening to somebody else, like, I want to recreate that. So
yeah. Definitely.
Yep. Ugh. But yeah.
Would you say that you're a fan of Taylor Swift as a person, or you just like her music?
I probably just like her music. Like, I think it's hard. I like her as a person, sort of, but I also just don't really like know her as much. Like, she doesn't.
I mean, all you can know, maybe that's why I don't understand it, is because all you can know is what they choose to show you.
Well, yeah.
Like,
correct.
You don't actually see them in day to day, every day. You don't see them when, like, you know, something goes wrong and they get upset. Like, you don't know how they respond to those things, because all you see is like their social media.
Right. And she's like, she keeps her cards very close to her chest, I would say.
She has to. Some of her fans are nuts.
Well, yeah, and I mean, she's had like stalkers and
Yeah.
stuff in the past. So,
Jeez.
you know, yeah, I think that she is a little different. Like, you know, obviously I am like happy for her with the whole like Travis Kelce thing, but I am not I am a fan of the things that she creates, less about her.
Yeah.
And I also think that she, you know, I hold a great deal of criticism for her and the way that she uses her money and the way that she uses her power.
Being a billionaire is unethical.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what are you doing with all your money? Like, you know, yeah, she donates to stuff, but it's like 0.000% of her wealth.
Right.
Like, so
yeah,
it's like yeah, okay, cool. She donates a lot, but, and who knows? It's not like we have access to her finances, so she could be donating quietly to things that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
Something that's been annoying me recently, though, is that a lot of people on their internet are trying to like say that she's secretly MAGA, and I'm just like, why? Because she wants to marry someone, like, and that's just super wild to me. And truthfully, I feel like it's just trolls. But
I mean, okay, is it liberals being like you shouldn't like her because she's secretly a MAGA,
yes,
or is it MAGA people trying to claim her?
I think it could be both. Well, I think it's MAGA people masquerading as leftists saying that she's secretly MAGA just to like troll people.
Okay. That makes my brain hurt.
Like, here's the thing. I see so many people who are like, I like her music, I like her stuff. Do I wish she would do more with her power and privilege? Yes. But also, it's like, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it's like, what is she gonna do? Like,
anything that she says or like tries to influence, everybody is gonna be like, ooh, a feminist. Bleh.
Well, right.
Like,
Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, she has like very like clearly like called out Donald Trump for things, and like it's not like Donald Trump hates Taylor Swift. I don't know where people are getting this idea that she's secretly MAGA, because I'm like, he literally he tweeted in all caps, I hate Taylor Swift. So
I wonder,
like,
I wonder if it's just people who are like deep in MAGA brainwashing, being like, they just can't fathom a world where anybody isn't MAGA.
Yeah.
Like, they think that everybody deep down secretly wants the same things that they do, because they just can't imagine anyone genuinely wanting different things.
Yeah. Well, I think it's that, but then also like, I think a lot of people on the left think that you wanting to be married and have children must mean that you are some like traditional whatever. And I'm like, actually no, like I am, in fact, me having children and doing things differently is quite punk rock of me. So because I'm raising my little punk rock children, and we're all like, you know, part of the resistance together. So
yeah,
I
the difference is that you think that if people don't want to do that, they shouldn't have to.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. I'm like, okay, a woman can absolutely, that's the point of feminism. Like, the whole point of feminism is not to not have kids, and
the point of feminism is not to turn women into men.
Right.
It's just to make it so women can do what they want.
Exactly. It's like, you should be able to have a husband. You should be able to marry whoever you want. You should be able to have kids. You should be able to not have kids. Like, it's not that hard. That's all feminism is being able to do what you want, because men are allowed to do what they want.
Yeah, it's not that hard, but it is hard to say.
Apparently. But yeah. Yep. So let's see. I made apple cider homemade.
Delicious.
I'm very proud of myself. I basically, it was super easy. So we went apple picking not that long ago, and we've been drowning in apples ever since.
You went apple picking 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, that is also correct. So we've been drowning in apples for like a month now.
And I realized that when we made apple crisp, I brought 4 apples to your house to make apple crisp, and I only used 2 of them, and then I forgot
the other
2, and I was like, oops, she's gonna have so many apples.
Yeah. So I've made apple turnovers, and
Ooh, yummy.
it only used a few apples.
Oh yeah, I guess they're not that big.
And so yeah, and then my toddler eats an apple like twice a day.
I was gonna say, doesn't she eat them like
she
a
eats
fiend?
so many apples. So yeah, she's a big fan. But I still had like 20 apples left. And I was like, okay, I have to do something.
They don't keep indefinitely.
No, they don't. I was like, these are on their way out. Like, we need to do something. So, apple cider. Used 10 apples, which I was like, perfect. Finally, something that uses more than 2.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I just put them in the Instant Pot. The recipe said slow cooker, but the Instant Pot has a slow cook setting. So that's what I use because I don't have a crock pot.
Not sponsored.
Yeah. And so basically I slow cook them. So basically you chop up the apples, throw them in, put in cinnamon, cloves, and sugar.
Like whole cinnamon and cloves, or like
no,
ground?
well, you can do cinnamon sticks,
Okay.
whatever, but I did like ground cinnamon and ground cloves. And it's just a teeny tiny bit of cloves. It's not a lot. It was like
Cloves are
1 teaspoon.
strong.
Yeah, they are. It was like a tablespoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of cloves. And then sugar, and then you cover the apple, like just enough water to cover the apples. Slow cook them for 6 to 7 hours. And then you open it up, and then you mash the apples with like a potato masher or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you slow cook it for 1 more hour. And then you strain it through like a fine mesh thing, colander or whatever. Yeah, thank you. And then there you have it, apple cider.
That sounds
really good.
way easier than when we tried to make apple cider a
Oh,
few
what
years
did you
ago.
do?
We tried to do it the way that like they do it industrially, which is that you chop and crush and grind and press the raw apples.
Oh, right.
Your way sounds so much easier. This took us ages.
I'm sure.
We were trying to do it in our kitchen. First of all, the whole kitchen was sticky, floor to ceiling, every surface.
Oh, good grief.
But we chopped with a knife just normally, and then we were using the sausage grinder function on the KitchenAid.
Mm-hmm.
Because industrially it's like a crank with blades that spin around.
Yes, right.
But obviously we didn't have one of those, so we tried to do it with a sausage grinder, and we were strapping ice packs to the top of the KitchenAid because the motor was overheating so bad.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's not meant for that.
Right.
And then we were, squeezing the pulp in like a cheesecloth to get the liquid out.
Right.
Eventually, our friend bought an apple press. Like he owns like a cylindrical vertical apple press for us to use. So we used that for a while, which also has like a cheese, like a mesh bag inside.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did the first bunch of it here in our apartment, and then we did the second bunch in the driveway of my in-laws' house because the press was so big and it was so sticky.
Oh my gosh.
We were like mashing apples with giant weights, like free weights.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, it was exhausting. It took forever. But we were also doing this on like a massive scale. Like we weren't using 10 apples. We were using like dozens and dozens of apples. Okay.
What's the difference between that and apple juice then? Because I thought the whole thing with apple cider that made it different was that it like got hot. Like that was the process.
I think juice is just more refined. Like you strain out all of the particulates and the sediment and everything, which is why it's clearer and
right. Whereas like apple cider is like kind of thick.
Yeah. Because it technically, like, if you let it sit for a while, it will settle out. It'll have like a sediment on the bottom.
Yes, right.
So yeah, I think apple juice might be like. No, it couldn't be evaporated because then it would just be water. I'm not really sure, but yeah, they like finally strain out every single thing.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, when you said I made it at home, I was like, you did what now?
Yeah, no, it was super easy. Very pleasant experience. The house smelled fantastic.
Oh, I bet.
It smelled so good.
I really want, slight topic change. You know those simmer pots?
Yes.
That people put on their stove?
Yes.
Because I have a husband who catastrophizes everything. I'm not allowed to leave the stove on for long periods. So I saw a thing where somebody used a candle warmer. You know, the ones that like, not the ones that's like a plate that you put the candle on, but it's like an arm with a bulb in it that goes over top of the candle.
Yes.
I have one of those, and I saw a thing where somebody made like a mini simmer pot in a ramekin dish, like the kind that you can put in the oven, underneath one of those lights. So I really want to try that sometime.
There you go.
We got these little, it's kind of like a ramekin, but it's slightly bigger because you're supposed to be able to bake like little tiny cakes in it.
Yeah.
And it has little handles on it. They're from like Rachel Ray or Martha Stewart or something.
Right.
So I want to try to use one of those to make a simmer pot.
There you go.
I'm going to put like cloves and orange slices and cinnamon sticks.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, and then for Christmas you can do an orange cranberry rosemary one.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
So that'll be good. I'm
amazing.
excited.
Yeah, it would smell so nice. Yeah, I did one once. It was like very citrusy and like I think I did end up putting like rosemary in there or something like that too. But,
I also have a little jar of mulling spices that you can like take store-bought apple cider and put it in a pot and add these spices to it and make like I don't know, spiced cider, I guess.
Cider, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I could probably put that in a simmer pot too.
Definitely. Most definitely. So you want to wrap us up with some poems, or we'll wrap it up with some poems?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. All right. So I met a woman. Her name is Kim Mahalik. I hope I pronounced your name right, Kim. But she's a local poet. And so she's been sending me poems, and I really, really like this one a lot. So I'm going to read it. It's called Compassionate Warrior. Stand up for those who cannot rise. Speak for those without a voice. Battle the darkness with acts of kindness. You are strong and have a choice. Do not cave to complacency or recoil with the weight of this age. In brave acts of advocacy, our light will rewrite this page. Speak for those who lack power. In justice, you are redeemed. Defend those who have no hope. In mercy, be esteemed. Let your hands give comfort in bold defiance, love. Rebel against the darkness, exuding grace bestowed above. Let your words give abundant life, protect those seeking peaceful shelter. Walk beside the unsteady friend who shakes with fear to falter. Fight as a compassionate warrior for what is right and just. The world will heal by the fruit of your zeal as you inspire more compassion and trust. Fight, O compassionate warrior, push back the veil of apathy. When you shine a light on what is right, the world will finally see. So I just thought it's a good reminder. Do not be apathetic, but instead, compassion and empathy will reign supreme. So,
the world could be very different if we had more of those things.
I agree. I agree.
It's exhausting to think about. Anyway, mine is just a quote by C.S. Lewis. Love is never wasted, for its value does not rest upon reciprocity.
That's good. That's good. Well, on that note, we'll see you next time. Yeah. And you know where to find us on Instagram at YappinessPod. You can also email us if you have a poem yappinesspod@gmail.com.
A poem or your favorite Buck and Eddie moments.
Yeah, there you go. Or a craft or noon idea,
Yeah.
or a recipe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can really send us anything. Feel free, and maybe you'll be featured. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Keep yapping.